and welcome to the ST2K podcast for whatever the hell this is and whatever the hell day this is. I'll be your host and moderator, BaerXIII, and just for the record, if you guys disagree with me, you're all going to hell. I decided I'm going to go the Fox News way of moderating, you motherfuckers. And with me tonight are...
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I thought my mic was cut already.
Yep. We're gonna talk loud and over everybody. This
and
is the
with no
Jman
facts.
Jman
No
460.
facts. And that was the Jman 460 for one, and this is
Ronmower
Ronmower 460 for one.
and Jman
And-
1991.
You damn right.
1991 was a good year, motherfuckers. I guess. I don't know.
Were you born yet? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was two.
We got was.
I was too.
That's when we got was born. I think October '91.
93.
Oh my
Oh,
bad.
Because he's
Wow,
17.
Oh okay. So we got
Um,
wasn't even born yet.
Nope. He was still swimming around in his dad's tubes.
no, not
Okay. Anyway,
he wasn't even thought of.
Which is
what's
where
this
he wants
podcast
to go
about?
someday soon. This is going to be the worst job experiences podcast, part 2. And we're going to start with Ronald Orenthal J. Mower.
the heck. Okay.
No,
Anyway,
we're gonna start with the J-Man.
No, this is fucking Fox News. Fox News. We're starting with Ronnie. Read my book.
Yeah, but that stands for FAUX.
Read my
Which
book.
is false. Which is false.
All right, we're gonna start with J-Man.
they have all the facts straight. By the way, the story about 4chan pinpointed accuracy.
Of course, they got all their information from Encyclopedia Dramatica. Unbiased and balanced. Fair and balanced.
Unfair and unbalanced.
Balanced to them is, far, far extremist right.
ECW
Anyway.
extremist.
No, those extremists were kind of fun, I guess.
This podcast fails already.
Damn right. How about I just go ahead and start with my story?
Yeah, start
Yeah,
with
go
your
ahead.
fucking story. Shut up, Ronnie. Fox News.
All right, thanks, Bear O'Reilly. All right, as some of you know, I worked for Pizza Hut for a while. I no longer work there. Last year, I had a very horrible job experience where I delivered a pizza to, don't remember the exact number of the address, but it was on Bertha Street, and went in to deliver the pizza. It was like $30, and the guy was like, "Come on in." So I was like, "Okay." So brought in. It was like two pizzas and some wings, like $30, like I said. And he had a bunch of change sitting on his couch, and he was like, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have any paper dollars, cash type whatever, but I got this change over here. I got about $10 counted up right now, and I got some more change in the back." And I was like, "Okay, this is all right. Just go ahead and get the rest of your change." So I just kneeled down by the side of his couch and started grabbing the change and counting it. And like the first $5 of it was like quarters and stuff, and then there were some dimes, and then there's some nickels, and I got to about $7, and then it was pennies. And so he came back in the room, and he grabbed like you have like the water bottles, like the huge water bottles that you have, like the machine stuff, like water coolers and stuff.
Oh
He
no.
had one of those filled full of pennies, and he came back in there with that, and I was already ready to say to him, "Hey, I've counted about $7-8 in silver change, and I'm seeing pennies here. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and count this." And then, like, right when I'm ready to say that, he comes in with that, and I'm like,
Oh man.
"No, I'm not gonna do this. This is ridiculous." And he's like, "I have the money here. You need to count it and give me my pizza. I have money here to pay for the pizza." And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do this." So I call up Pizza Hut. I get Dave, the manager, and I was like, okay, man, I got this delivery. This guy's paying in complete change, and I've had experiences like this before. There's another time that there was an old lady. She paid, it was like $23, but it was all silver change, and that pissed me off. But whatever. I threw it all in my delivery bag. Went back to the store. We counted it out. It was fine. But yeah, there was like no pennies in that situation. So it got down to that. I'm not gonna sit here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going up to 100 for each dollar. And so I explained it to him, and he's like, well, technically, I guess we have to like count it out. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. And so like the guy's arguing with me, and I was like, hang on, Dave. And so I was using his phone, and I set his phone down, and I looked at him, and I was like, dude, I've been delivering pizzas for like 5 years. There is no fucking way, and I use that word. There's no fucking way that I'm going to sit here and count out this change. I do not want to lose my job, but I'm not going to do this. And he was like, well, you have to do this. This is a part of your job. And so I was like, hang on. So I got back on the phone with Dave, and I was like, I'm not going to do this. And he was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. If I was you, I would just grab the pizzas and I would leave. At the same time, I had another delivery in the car. So this little delivery is sitting here waiting to go to the next customer. So I tried explaining that to the guy. Hey, look, I don't want to be a dick, and I don't want to be an asshole to you either, but I've got another delivery waiting in the car. I don't want to just like take this away from you because you do have money here. But I'm not going to sit here and count fucking pennies. So he was like, well, can get back on the phone with your manager and give me the corporate number. And I was like, well, why do you need the corporate number? Well, because this is bad service here. And I was like, look, man, you don't fucking order pizza. And I got, I got mad at him. Look, you don't fucking call Pizza Hut and order pizza, $30 worth of pizza, and have a bunch of fucking change here. This is bullshit. This is a waste of my time. I'm sure that I'm not going to get a tip on this, and if I do get a tip on this, it's going to be in pennies, and I don't want that shit anyways. This is bullshit. So
wow.
what I ended up doing was I took all the silver change, I gathered it all up, I threw it in the bag, and I was like, you know what, dude? I'm taking your silver change. You can have your stuff. I'll work it out with the store. Here's your shit. There was a little bit in between there. I actually called back the dude at Pizza Hut, and he was like, well, can you like take it, like one of the pizzas back, and it was like 2 pizzas and some wings. Can you take one of the pizzas back and the wings and just count up enough change to pay for one of the pizzas and blah blah blah. I mean, this went on for like 25 minutes. While this other delivery is sitting inside of the car, so, those people got their pizza late, and I went to the delivery after that and apologized to them. And then, so, like, after a while, I was like, you know what, fuck this. So I took all the silver change, threw it in the bag, and did the other delivery, went back to the store, and I was like, look, this is what I got. So what Dave ended up doing was canceling the entire order, taking that change. It was like $8. We put it inside of like a small Pizza Hut bag, and he just put it inside of the safe and put a note on top of it, and explained the situation. Blah blah blah. I delivered pizzas for a long time, never experienced anything like that. That was a horrible job experience. I thought I was fired for the stuff that I said to that guy. Now, the finishing thing on top of that was that this guy got $30 worth of stuff for $8 in change, wasted a very good delivery driver's time, and then on top of that, followed me out to my car, like trying to apologize to me and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry that it had to come down to this. You're the one that made it come down to this. Why are you following me out to my damn car? I'm like trying to pull out of his driveway, and he's like sitting there like, oh, is everything cool? Like trying to shake my hand, and I wouldn't shake his hand. So I finally pull out. He calls the corporate office anyways and gets a $50 credit.
What?
Yeah.
You know,
It gets a $50 credit anyways, and then I got questioned by the area manager about the whole thing, getting upset at me about not counting out $30 in okay, well let's just say $22 in fucking pennies. I'm not gonna sit there and count out, what would that be, like 2,200 pennies? No.
yeah, really.
How long would that take? I mean, well, I got another delivery sitting inside the car. Anyways, I wasn't going to do that. At that point, you know, I really didn't care. No, not going to do it. Don't care if I get written up. You know, I did care whether I get fired or not. I don't want to lose my job, but yeah, that was ridiculous. And I said it to the area manager the same way that I said it to my manager Dave on the phone. I'm not going to sit there and count out $22 in pennies. And he was like, well, you know, it is money. And I was like, yeah, but are you going to go to somebody's house and count out $22 in pennies? And he didn't say anything, and that was the end of it. But yeah,
because he knew you were right.
Yeah, damn right.
I mean, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I mean, really, because technically, you're supposed to count the money, but come on. I mean, really, that's ridiculous. I mean, now for him to get $50 credit, I guess they just went ahead and we'll just give to the credit this time so that he won't. So it will kind of make him happy, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah, that's Pizza Hut's policy. Now I don't. Now I'm speaking on a small corporation that I work for at Pizza Hut. Like before, I no longer work at Pizza Hut. That's, you know, Pizza Hut's a lot of different franchises and stuff, like a lot of other restaurants. But the franchise that I worked at, that was their policy. If you have like a big problem with something, you can call the corporate office. They give you $50 credit. Now, it's, you know, with me saying that, there might be people listening to this. Oh, I'm going to make up some bullshit story and get a $50 credit. You might be able to do that. You might not. But I don't, you know, that's not what I'm trying to say right now.
Go ahead.
I think in Canada, I'm not sure if it pertains to the States as well, is that a cashier, you know, I think yourself would be included in that because you're offering a service and all that shit. I think that they can refuse to accept, you know, just straight up pennies when it reaches 24 cents.
Yeah.
So if you give them 25 cents in pennies, they won't accept that. They can turn you away.
Right.
But if it's rolled, that's another thing. You know, that's fine.
Yeah. The dude could have at least rolled the fucking pennies up.
Well, that reminds me of Seinfeld.
Who the hell would keep, you know, like, let's say...
I'm just gonna explain what I see that actually happened was that the dude playing the shit in the first place. He had all this change lying around, and his goal was to get pizza sent out to his place, and then there's a big problem. And so I think that he was counting on somebody coming there and being like, you know what? It was either going to go one or two ways. Either they take the pizza back to the store, and then he bitches, and then, you know, gets a credit, or they, you know, decide to count all the money, and then, you know, and then maybe he could bitch about that anyways. He had that planned out in the first place. You know, there hasn't been too many times where I've gotten a lot of change, like I said before. Like the biggest thing before that was from that old lady, and it was all silver change. There's a lot of other times that I've gotten change like that, but it's been rolled up. You know, because a lot of other people are, you know, they actually care, and they're not out to like fuck somebody over.
Right.
They're just out to, hey, look, this is what I got. It's money. At least it's rolled up. There you go. But I mean, that was just. I never thought I'd see anything like that.